nga po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na sa kakatanggol ni Bong Suntay dito po kay Vice President Sara Duterte, tila nag-init po siya. Yan.
And lastly, alam mo minsan, nasa Shangri-La ako, nakita ko si Ann Curtis, ang ganda-ganda pala niya. May desire sa loob ko na nag-init talaga. Na-imagine ko na lang kung anong pwedeng mangyari. Pero siyempre, hanggang imagination na lang yon. Pero, di naman siguro ako pwedeng kasuhan dahil kung ano-ano yung na-imagine ko eh.
Madam Chair,
There is
Happy
nothing
Women's Month, Chair.
sexual doon sa sinabi ko. Nothing immoral. It's just, I said, may na-imagine ako.
Nevertheless,
Madam
Madam Chair,
Chair.
I want that deleted in the record.
There is a motion to strike out from the record.
Para kasi ang gustong palabasin dyan ni Bong Suntay, mga kababayan, ganito. Hindi pwede na kung ano yung naiisip ni Sara Duterte, kung ano yung desire ni Sara Duterte. Halimbawa, yung desire niya, ipatumba si Presidente, si PBBM. Yun na yung mangyayari. So yun yung gusto niyang ipaunawa sa isipan ng mga kababayang Pilipino po natin. Ang pangit nga lang, in example niya, si Ann Curtis, mga kababayan na nakita niya at sobrang nagandahan siya, nag-init yung pakiramdam niya. So walang pinagkaiba kay Robin Padilla do sa urge ni Robin Padilla. Anyway, ituloy pa natin.
For the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay
Urge.
about his imagination upon seeing Ann Curtis.
Censoring manifestations which is neither illegal or immoral.
Kinikredit natin to kay DEE News Philippines. Kinikredit po natin sa kanya yan. Subscribe niyo po siya, mga kababayan.
No, I will not attend the SONA. I am appointing myself as the designated survivor.
Nandun lang ako, nakakatayo ako doon kasi may gamot ako. Gusto ko tanggalin yung ulo niya ba?
Di ba? Yan, mga pagbabanta niya yan.
I realized toxic na yung relationship. And it did not help na itong dalawang katabi ko, tumawa pa. Pinagtawanan pa nila yung bata. And I saw the humiliation sa face ng bata. I wanted to help him. Gusto ko sabihin sa kanya, itong relo ko na lang, relo ito ng Vice President, ito relo ng Presidente, pero I hope this will do. And then I realized na baka mas lalong mapahiya yung bata if I do that. So I just imagined myself cutting his head. Gusto ko, ganun din ang gusto ko gawin doon sa mga katabi ko. So
Diba?
na-realize ko, toxic na ito.
Nasa matinong pag-iisip pa ba yan?
One of the graduation, hanapin niyo yung footage, makikita niyo doon yung mukha ko. Tsaka mukha niya. I-lip read niyo yung sinasabi niya. Why?
Honorable po?
Madam Chair, so again, since we were able to play these videos, we better understand the context of what had happened, what was said, and it is up to the committee to decide whether or not this is sufficient in substance. We are not debating whether or not there are grounds for impeachment yet. It's more of whether or not there's substance in what was submitted. And what we have is that she did attend those rallies, and that she did make these statements. And so with regards to sufficiency and substance, it does seem that these are all included in the impeachment complaint.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Suntay first, and then the Honorable Rodriguez.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Well, as we could see, based on the videos, lalong-lalo na yung una, statement ni BP Sara doon, patuloy natin mahalin ang ating bayan, which is very telling ng kanyang disposition. Yung mga ibang videos, hindi ko na explain because I will not be able to explain it anymore because I cannot explain it better than how my esteemed colleague Rufus Rodriguez explained it. Baka masira ko lang yung explanation niya kung tutulungan ko dahil maganda na yung explanation niya. Well, then dadako na lang tayo sa culpable violation of the Constitution. In the context of the Philippine Constitution and the ongoing 2026 impeachment proceedings, this proceeding, culpable violation of the Constitution is a high legal bar. It is not just about breaking the law, it is about a specific guilty breach of the fundamental law of the land. Kung ang pagbabasihan natin, yung mga pinakitang video, I don't think we will see any fundamental breach. The key word here is culpable, which implies a degree of perversity or guilt to commit this offense. The officials the official must have acted with a deliberate intent to disregard the Constitution, which I believe is non-existing.
Ah,
Kung dadako naman tayo sa sedition at sasabihin natin, hindi, seditious yung mga ginawa, kahit na nakita naman natin na hindi. Ang mahalagang tanong sa batas ay hindi lang kung nagpunta sa rally,
halata nyo mga kababayan na talagang mahalata nyo talaga na nag-aabogado to kay Sara Duterte. Di po ba? Di ba dapat kapag ka nagtatalakay ka ng ganyan, hindi ka bias? Lalo na kung ikaw ay kongresista na isa sa nakaupo dyan at naghihimay ng substantial evidence or tinitingnan kung may sapat ba na basihan etong mga paratang kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Di ba dapat maingat ka dyan at hindi mo ipinapakita na talagang sinusuportahan mo yung isang tao na dapat ma-impeach, mga kababayan. Eh, anong nangyayari dito? Halata nyo agad na pinagtatanggol niya.
nanood o may nasabi ang isang opisyal. Ang importante ay kung may aktual na ginawa o inipusan na illegal na gawain. Kung ang allegation ay nakabase lamang sa mga speech, sa rally at mga statements, political rhetoric, I don't think that it is seditious. Alam ng mga kaibigan natin sa Makabayan yan, madalas silang mag-attend ng rally eh. Pero kung salita lang at wala naman silang gagawing aktual, then that is covered by their freedom of speech and is not seditious. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you. At this point, we recognize the Honorable Rodriguez.
We thank the Honorable Brian Poe because it's clearer now, based on the footage, that the Vice President did not in any way call to arms our people to rise against the government. On the contrary, love our country. Because sedition, Madam Chair, as stated here under this particular ground that the Vice President committed sedition. Sedition is committed, Madam Chair, by inciting through speech. No, we never heard any speech there. Writing or action, revolt or insurrection against established government authority, nothing. So therefore, the first allegation that the Vice President destabilized the government has incited sedition is not, or insurrection, because in that rally, even the President, former President Duterte, was just saying, do not do all these things, do not spend this or that, don't do these things. And very clearly, VP Sara did not speak there. So that's the first one. So therefore, how can there be an action for sedition? Next, Sara took part in the prayer. Yes, she was seen there in the prayer with Kiboloy, but she did not issue malicious statements to malign the legitimacy of the president. Nothing in that particular section 11, section 111. Third, designated survivor. That is precisely in the American law and made into a movie. Ayun. So that is something that is not a basis for impeachment. And then itong fourth, apologize to the members.
Hindi, pero mga kababayan, yung pagbabanta ni Sara Duterte sa ground number 4, talaga makikita nyo na yun talaga, maliwanag mga kababayan, na impeachable offense yun. Dahil alam naman talaga natin na kapag may nangyari sa presidente at kagagawan niya, siya rin yung magiging successor ng posisyon ng presidente. Pero doon nga naman mga kababayan, in my humble opinion, talagang wala naman talagang sedisyon mga kababayan dun sa sinabi ni Sara Duterte sa mga sumunod na video. Anyway, tuloy pa natin.
Of the Kiboloy Church. Well, she can say that.
Yun ay desire ni Sara Duterte, sabi nga ni Suntay.
Kasi may political rift na nga eh. That she therefore for campaigning and running with the president. That is her opinion after the falling out. And lastly, yung sinabi doon niya sa interview, well, this is, coming out from political noise and political passion na gusto kong tanggalin, desire, and then I imagine myself imagining. So all of these are all on desire and imaginations. Nothing actual, nothing that is clearly impeachable. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yun nga dapat ang pinakita eh. Tama tong kay Pinoy's. Yung rally sa dahig, yung inciting to sedition, di pinakita. Yun nga, hindi pinakita. Kung yun ang ipinakita yun, maliwanag sedition yun. Talagang maliwanag yun. Kasi doon, sinasabi na patalisikin o paano patatalisikin ang presidente.
Thank you, Honorable Rodriguez. The Honorable Flores.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I just would like the endorser to clarify na based on the statements also made by Congressman Rufus na taken individually, totoo na parang wala ngang inciting to sedition or seditious statements that were made. Pero taken together as a whole, di ba? parang meron din eh. May foul din, no? Why would you be present in all these actions calling for this and that? No, but that's if we take it all together or collectively or as a whole, no? I would like to hear the comment of the endorser.
Thank you, Madam
Honorable
Chair.
De Lima.
Yes, context is very important. So we cannot just deal with this based on the individual allegations, but the totality of it all.
Tama din yung sinabi ni ni Congressman Laila De Lima, mga kababayan.
The presence of VP Sara dun sa mga rallies na yon na clearly ay naghihikayat tungkol sa yung continued existence of this government, of the president. Kasi nga, in those rallies, she never disowned, she never detached herself from those statements. Also, yung sa designated survivor, it's clearly galing po sa kanya yun. Hindi lang po ito interpretation ng media or interpretation of anyone else, but she herself says that she is a designated survivor. Anong ibig sabihin kapag dinedesignate mo ang sarili mo as a survivor? Na parang ang wish niya ay may mangyayari, and ganun din sa decapitation. It's not a simple expression of a wish. It is also a threat. And it goes to the stability of government na meron siyang mga sinasabi, meron din siyang mga sinasaluhan na mga activities at mga rally na she was not detaching herself. Hindi niya dinidisown na yun ang mga sinasabi in those rallies. So you're correct, the Honorable Flores is correct, that this has to be taken in totality, the circumstances, those incidents, and the context is really very important in scrutinizing this particular ground. Thank you.
Ay,
Madam Chair, Madam
ano
Chair.
na natin to? Ano na natin to, mga kababayan, kay Suntay. Ito. Yan.
Stabilization, it's inciting to sedition. And she was present there. She did not do anything. She did not disown it. That is the principle of adoptive admission. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, the Honorable Suntay.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Whether individually or collectively, looking at all the videos shown, there can be nothing seditious that can be attributed to the Vice President. In fact, there is nothing for her to denounce, no statements to denounce. Because we cannot attribute statements made by other people to the Vice President just because she was there. Then we have to do it with everyone who is there. Lahat na lang ng present. Sabihin natin, we should attribute that statement. So, mere presence in the rally does not make her actions seditious. That is very clear. Alam mo, yung tama naman yung sinabi ni Congressman
Eto, pakinggan nyo
Rufus, yung statement as being the designated survivor. It's not illegal, it's not criminal. In fact, it's a process in the United States. Mere utterance na I'm designating myself. In fact, hindi nga pwede yun. Can you designate yourself without a process? Sinabi lang niya yun. Siguro magpapatawa lang siya.
Desire.
And lastly, alam mo yung
Para may pagtanggol si Sara Duterte, mga kababayan, yung designated survivor, gusto niyang palabasin dito na yun ay isang paraan lang ng pagpapatawa daw po ni Vice President Sara Duterte. And then dito niya ipapasok yung desire, mga kababayan. Siguro nangangarap lang daw o ini-imagine lang daw ni Sara Duterte na siya yung designated survivor. Anyway, ituloy pa natin.
minsan nasa Shangri-La ako, nakita ko si Ann Curtis. Ang ganda-ganda pala niya.
Yun yung kamanya-kanya.
Yun, may desire sa loob ko na nag-init talaga. Na-imagine ko na lang kung anong pwedeng mangyari. Pero siyempre, hanggang imagination lang yun. Pero, di naman siguro ako pwedeng kasuhan dahil kung ano-ano yung na-imagine ko eh. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Diba? Walang pinagkaiba, mga kababayan, dun sa sinabi ni Robin Padilla na paano po yun kapag I'm urged. Yung urge. Eto naman, mga kababayan, nung nakita si Ann Curtis, may namong init daw, mga kababayan, sa kanyang sarili na desire. Pero hindi naman daw niya pwedeng anuhin yun kasi desire lang naman yun, mga kababayan. Anyway, ano nga ulit natin.
Anong pwedeng mangyari. Pero siyempre, hanggang nakita ko si Ann Curtis, ang ganda-ganda pala niya. Yun, may desire sa loob ko na nag-init talaga. Na-imagine ko na lang kung anong pwedeng mangyari. Pero siyempre, hanggang imagination na lang yun. Pero, di naman siguro ako pwedeng kasuhan dahil kung ano-ano yung na-imagine ko eh. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Yari ka
If-
ngayon.
The Honorable Zamora.
Madam Chair, I would like to have those statements stricken from the record.
Madam Chair, there is nothing sexual dun sa sinabi ko. Nothing immoral. It's just, I said, may na-imagine ako. I think there is nothing wrong.
Nevertheless, Madam Chair, I want that deleted in the record.
Can the chair hear the proper motion towards
I make
striking
a motion,
out from the
Madam
record?
Chair.
Honorable Zamora.
Madam Chair, I move to strike those statements from the record.
Objection, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to strike out from the record the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay about his imagination upon seeing Ann Cortez. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Second,
Same
Madam
has been
Chair.
seconded. Is there any
Grabe,
objection?
Objection, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to strike out from the record the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay about
Ako naman mga kababayan, sa totoo lang, maginoo naman ako pero medyo bastos. Pero yung kay Suntay naman mga kababayan, grabe naman yon. Di ba, biruin mo, tuwing makakakita siya ng magagandang babae, aandar yung matinding desire niya mga kababayan. Na kung saan biglang may mag-iinit. Hindi ano mga kababayan, ano yun morally. Di ba? So sabi dito, analysis ng mga immoral. Kaya nga di ba? Maling-mali yung example na ginamit niya. Kasi sabi niya mga kababayan, siguro yung gusto niyang palabasin dito, inimagine ni Sara Duterte na magiging designated survivor siya yung matitira. Pero hindi naman pwedeng mangyari yon. Ngayon, ang ginamit niyang halimbawa doon, yung nakita niya si Ann Cortez, nagandahan siya, may namong init sa kanyang sarili mga kababayan, pero hindi pwedeng mangyari yon dahil nga, yun ay imagination lang. So, ibig sabihin, nag-i-imagine ka pala. Congressman Bong Suntay. Masama po yan. On the spot ba? On the spot ba? Walang pinagkaiba dun sa urge. Di ba mga kababayan? Dun sa urge na senador. Di ba, Ma'am Dolly Babes? Ako naman, sa totoo lang mga kababayan, aminado naman ako na talagang ako maginoo pero medyo bastos. Pero hindi naman yung on the spot na nasa media ka, nasa ganito ka, pero sasabihin mo yan publicly. Diba? Salang-sala po yan, lalo na at kongresista ka. Pero anyway, mga kababayan, kung kayo po ang tatanungin, ano po masasabi ninyo, hingil po dito sa pag-aabogado ni Bong Suntay, dito po kay Sara Duterte. Kasi maliwanag naman, kitang-kita nyo naman mga kababayan, kung anong kulay meron po etong si Bong Suntay mga kababayan. Pero kayo, ano po masasabi nyo hingil po sa mga sinabi dito pong si Bong Suntay? Sa inyong palagay mga kababayan, eto kayang ground number 4 sa impeachment mga kababayan laban po kay Vice President Sara Duterte, sa inyong palagay, matibay po ba ito? Comment below na lamang po kung ano po masasabi nyo hingil po dyan